Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about how to set up and send out an email messenger using the Infinite Campus Messenger function. So I'm using Brian Miller's account here, and I'm going to demonstrate. If you go into the Messenger tab, inside of Messenger you'll want to click on Message Builder. This will bring us to the interface here to generate a message. Across the top we want to leave this as user, so we're running this as our user. And for now the template you're going to want is new. If at some point the template really refers to everything we fill out here, including the options and the email body itself, we could save all of that as a template. So if you knew that there was something you were going to be sending out monthly, quarterly, whatever, you could create a template out of that, in which case you would click Save, and then it's going to bring up some options here. I don't have everything set, but it would bring up some options, allow you to save that. You could come back, pick that template, and then it would pre-populate all the fields. From that you need to remember to change any attachments or stuff like that so you don't send out previous month's information, but it does give you an option to do some of that. For now, in most cases you're going to leave both of those options blank. So what we're looking at is we've got a general notification, and that's what we want to do. So it's not a priority or an attendance behavior. Typically what you're going to be sending out is just general notification to parents. The next question is the deliver to. So you need to select the checkbox for student contacts or students, or you can actually check both of those. Student contacts, of course, implies the parents of the students, and the students box implies directly emailing the email that they have on file for the students. Typically you will not do this, but that is an option. Most of the time you're looking to email the parents from here. The other option that can be a little tricky under this is the next radio button, and it says, do you want one message or a message for each student or one message limit? What this means is if you are a parent that has 2 children in that building or in that email scope, would you like that parent to receive one message containing that same information or 2 emails with that information on it? Most of the time the content that you're delivering is the same whether you have 1 or 2 or 3 kids in that building, so you want to select one message limit. This means a parent would not receive the same thing twice for both of their students. Next you have the enrollment filter. This just says for all active students. Pretty self-explanatory, and I would recommend leaving that checked. In language preference I would not check anything there. I would leave that as is. Okay, the next option in the save filters that we need to do is we need to pick which grade level we would like to distribute this to. This is done, these filters are populated through ad hoc reports, and at this time you don't have that functionality yet, but I have pre-populated all grade level reports as well as an all building report for each building. You should see those. If you don't see those, contact the help desk or myself and we'll get that squared away, but you should see a grade level list as well as an all building list. From here you can just simply select one. Once you have it highlighted, that is selected. You could also choose to, let's say we wanted only 5th and 6th. So these are like toggle buttons. I could check the 5th and 6th and this would get both of those. Okay? So if you say 5th and 6th and your filter option, this most of the time you'll want to leave as union, which just means all 5th grade students and all 6th grade students. If you did check intersection, in this case it would get nobody because it's going to say I need them to be both in the 5th grade students and in the 6th grade students, which nobody will. But it could be something down the road where you could have all 9th grade football players. You could do intersection and pick both the grade and the sport and get only those who are in both. Okay, typically though you'll want to leave that as union, and you will pick one or more than one box. So let's say in this case we want all active Jefferson students. Next we scroll down here. The two options we have here, one is for inbox. Even though this sounds like email, this is actually their parent portal inbox. So do you want this to show up within their parent portal? Additionally, the email is a true email that's going to send out to the email address they have on file. The next piece is the sender's email. You can choose the default is no reply. If you do not want responses back, you could leave it at that, or you could choose to change this to be the actual sender's email if you did want to receive responses. Okay, additionally you can put a subject in here. Here's a body where you can change the font size, whatever. It says copying and pasting is not recommended. You can do it, just be very careful. Some of the formatting can get distorted when you copy and paste. So be very careful copying and pasting from other programs, as the message says. Lastly, you do have the option to upload a file. This would be just like normal, clicking a file, choose it, and then selecting upload on that file. Lastly, you have the option to select a delivery date. Most of the time, you do not want to select this, but what you could choose to do is set an email message to deliver at a later date. So if you filled it out the previous night at 11 p.m. or later, whatever, you could choose to have that send out at 7 a.m. the following day, in which case you would change the delivery date and delivery time to when you want it to go out. If it is in the past, in this case it's 3:03 right now, this says 2:57, that is okay. If the time is in the past, it will send that message immediately. The last two options here, once you have done all that and verified everything looks correct, you can click on the test, and then it's going to require that. It would give you a blank. You can fill in the email address that you would like to send to. And lastly, you can click preview and send, which is actually going to send that letter. Once again, this video has been on the message builder, and it's for emailing parents and primarily for admin assistants and principals. Thank you.